everybody, I'm Jeffrey Gardner with SouthernKitchen.com. Today we're going to be making an apple clafoutis. When summertime ends and fall comes into season, start like to thinking about apples, pears, maybe the end of grapes, just some wonderful fall fruits that we can use. So this is a very simple dessert that I'd like to show you. Clafoutis is kind of like if a cake and a flan were to have a baby. It's a French dessert. It's dense like a flan, but it has enough eggs in it to where it rises up and kind of souffles like a cake would. We're just going to coat the bottom and the sides just enough to where we're going to rotate it around. The sugar is going to present that traction. Just give a good even layer on the bottom. And now for the rest of our kind of would-be cake batter, we're going to start with some eggs. We're going to go in with our sugar, kosher salt, and then we need some booze. You could add brandy, but since we're down south, I think bourbon is going to work just fine. We're going to slowly whisk our hot dairy mixture into the eggs. So we're going to gently add a little bit. All right, now that our batter's in, time to park this in a 400-degree oven for about 45 minutes to an hour. Now it's time to make our bourbon caramel sauce. We're going to start with sugar. Pretty good amount of it here too. So this is just going to hang out on the heat. Let's keep an eye on it. We've got our whisk standing by, so anytime that it starts to turn color in spots, we can move it around and make sure that it cooks evenly. Our caramel is nice and amber. We want to pull it off the heat to add our bourbon. You want to do this anytime you add an alcohol to a pan, is make sure you do it off the heat so you don't introduce a Kiss concert into your kitchen. It will steam up a bit, so we're just going to do this in stages. It's going to crystallize, but it will release. It smells like a caramel old-fashioned in here. You get some of the notes from the bourbon, but just as the sugar becomes more complex and caramelizes, just some fantastic aromas in the room right now. Now it's time to take our clafoutis out of the oven. All right, so our clafoutis out of the oven now. You can see it's souffled on top, nice and light, but it's got a wonderful browning over the top of it. Smells fantastic in here. Now it's time to cut a slice. It's time to add a little bit of our bourbon caramel. As much or as little as you like. All right, there you have it, just that easy. Apple clafoutis with bourbon caramel. Thanks so much for watching. For more cooking tips and recipes, visit SouthernKitchen.com.